I mean, that's who I was known as mostly, as the artist, like the guy who's always drawing. In school, that was me. People would come to me like, oh, can you know, they would pay me. You're
already better than me.
I mean, I had this thing for a while too, where people would, they'd buy Converse and bring them to me, and I would paint them because they're canvas. So you get the white Converse, and then I would do a custom paint job on them. And
I paid a kid to do that to my jean jacket when I was in.
I'll see, yeah.
But
that was me. No,
he never did it.
My mother did it.
My mother pulled up to his house and demanded. She went up to his store. She goes, "I want my son's jean jacket back," and it didn't have anything on it. He had it for like 2 months, which was a lot of time when you were in 8th grade. But anyway, I wish I had known you instead.
Wish I could have helped you out there.
Yeah, well, there's still time. I still have the jean jacket.
Well, yeah, just let me know, man. I mean, I might be a little rusty, but I got a little more into music later on. But yeah, no, I mean, visual art came naturally to me, and I was good at it, and it was kind of the one thing I could latch on to, like, because there was a lot of things I wasn't good at, you know. And when I was really young, it was like the person I spent the most time with was 2 years older than me, so he was just better at everything.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, God, it doesn't help your confidence. You know, I mean, there's a big difference between, you know, a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old, or, you know what I mean? It's huge. So, you know, kind of growing up with this kid, the one thing I could do, I could outdraw him. And until one day we sat down and we actually put on a Tears for Fears album, and we started recording ourselves along with it. Oh. And I just started busting out like melodies and song, and he got so mad because he couldn't do it. And then that's when I was like, oh, I got a little thing with music, like, you know.
Really? It was just on a lark, like just happened like that?
It just happened like that. Yeah, we had a thing to record with. I mean, you know, I was doing musical things before that, but nothing formal or anything, and we were just playing, you know, but we thought we were playing the album and recording on a separate cassette deck, because there was some instrumental stuff on there, and we were making up. And I started.
Was this the first album, that big, huge album, like the songs from the big house?
Songs from the Big Chair.
Big Chair, right?
Yeah, it was that record, and I forget which track it is, but there's an instrumental. We were recording ourselves over the instrumental.
Yeah, man, that record was huge, though. I think that was like 83, 84. Does that make sense?
That sounds about right.
As I was a kid when I was listening to that, and I was on the radio. Just constantly. I mean,
I still love that record.
The radio, when we were younger, there was this little box, and you would turn it on, and it would just be advertisements for Marlboros and then some music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very, very different.
Yeah,
very different than how you grew up, probably. I'm guessing. Yeah.
And MTV would play videos. Wow. That went with these songs, and you get to see the artists, and it was so cool. I mean, it was like, hell yeah!
It'd be great to hear some music on there.
Yeah.
All I see is guys getting hit in the nuts, and
that's it's very sad.
Yeah, it's a very different TV station.
Congratulations, Rob Dyrdek. You seem like you're doing very well. I mean, just I can relate to that, like, idea of coming from like visual art beforehand, and it's weird to me. It's like I would love to spend that time. I remember it being very like zen, getting to sit down and draw, but I feel like it's so far gone after, I guess, putting so much more time into music. I mean, like, compared to the time I put into drawing, which felt like a lot when I was little, it feels like nothing now after the hours I put in on like bass.
You know, I mean, I don't know if you have any kids, or if you plan to or anything.
I don't think so, no.
One of the nice things, though, is like when you start doing art projects together and you start rediscovering that side of yourself, you know, because you're doing an art project and you're like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I
like this.
I'm ready to get back on the Legos.
Yeah, get into some Legos. Yeah, whatever it is, man. We just did a pretty sweet volcano the other day.
Nice.
No, but one of the... I'm not sure how well known this is, but I was actually working my concept for 3 in the early days. I had a comic book that I was making to go along with the band, and it was moving forward incredibly slowly because I'm just like so highly detailed in the work I would do. Mm-hmm. that, you know, I had only drawn up like, and you know, I was doing the pages were large, they were big. So I think I had like 2 pages done, but they were really good looking stuff, and I was doing everything, and I was trying to, you know, it probably wasn't meant to be because it was just too much work. You know, I can't do all the music and
you're writing all the songs
and make a comic book and
Yeah.
do the pencils and the illustrations and the writing for that. And then my brother started a band, and their main thing is it's a band with a comic book, but the lead singer and songwriter doesn't do any of the artwork himself. He just tells the artists, you know, the concepts, and they do it. And they've really made quite a name for themselves, and have really, you know, done it justice, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it helps when you can have other, you can, what's that called? Delegate.
yeah,
Yeah.
delegate. Yeah, I suck at delegating.
Me too.
I only delegate to myself.